criteria that any technique I teach has to meet. First of all, the technique or combination needs to be easily learned. Okay. Secondly, readily recalled. And finally, highly effective. If it doesn't meet that criteria, I don't teach it.
Push your hip into it. Throw your whole body into that strike. There you go. Strike him. Bang. There you go. Hit him.
Okay, in CrossFit striking, we teach a stance which is more of a forward stance. It's a very offensive stance. You show me a conventional boxing stance. Okay, so Greg's in a conventional fighting stance, conventional boxing stance, and again, he's bladed. And if he was to use this stance in boxing, in a ring with another trained fighter, it would be advantageous to him because he's able to deliver his combinations while protecting himself against another trained fighter. So what we're going to do here for our workouts is we're going to square him up a little bit. So basically the way we do that is Greg, just stand regular with your feet shoulder width apart. Now I'm going to have him drop his primary leg back, which is his right leg. Okay, have toes pointed forward. Now he's just going to flex his knees, flex his hips. Okay, now he's more squared up. Now he's better able to explode in any direction, move forward. It's a very aggressive, very offensive stance. Okay, so when we're hitting a heavy bag, we're hitting pads. Again, we want to have power in both of our hands, we want to have power in both of our legs, be able to explode in any direction 360. Good job. Okay, ready, move. Good job.
Carryover effect is if we're going to defend ourselves in a self-protection scenario, okay, Greg is able to check a back leg roundhouse kick. So if I throw it back, he can check it. Now if he was in a conventional boxing stance, okay, he's just not able to do that as well. And if he's also in a conventional boxing stance where he's bladed, okay, if I'm going to shoot, and he's just not going to be able to sprawl as well. If he gets in a little bit wider stance, okay, a little bit more offensive stance, the critique could be, well, hey, you're wide open. But you know what? Our motto here is we're going to get offensive pressure on the bags, on the pads, or if we have to protect ourselves, we're going to get our offensive pressure on the adversary like right now. Okay? So, so we're going to start working on a front kick right now, just a basic front kick for striking. What I'm going to have you do is kind of take a short step with your lead leg and point your toes outward. This will open up your hips. Then you're going to bring your knee up, extend your foot, which is the weapon, extend and back. So what we're going to do here is you're going to go one, bring the knee up, point it right to where you want to kick, extend the ball of your foot, re-chamber, and then right back down. So one, this. So the important thing here is point your knee where you want to strike. Okay? So here we go. Ready? By the numbers. 1, step. 2, extend. 3, and back. And just try to stay balanced. The important thing here, also we want to extend that hip. So when that knee comes up, extend the hip, really reach out, kick through the pad and maximize your power by pushing that hip forward. So just in one motion, nice and smooth, half speed on you. Nice. Now show what it looks like when you don't extend your hip. Right, not as much power, not as much body movement. So now let's strike with our entire body. Ready? Move. Outstanding. And again, outstanding. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring a bag holder in. And what are you striking with?
The ball of my foot?
Absolutely. And if you wanted to change it up, if you wanted like a different variation, you could actually kick with your heel, but that's a different variation. But we're going to keep it simple right now. We're going to use the ball of our foot. We're just going to go half speed, so we work on technique. So here we go. Fighting stance, and move. Outstanding. And move. Good. Push him with your hip too. Ready? And move. Rechamber that leg. Move. Okay. Now, kick him like you mean it. Ready? Hit it. Outstanding. Okay, we're going to have Casey hold the focus mitt for Greg. And one little thing to do, and you notice Casey, he's supporting his primary hand with the support hand. Again, that will save his shoulders. Okay, Greg hits pretty hard. Okay, so when he gets that constant pressure, okay, it'll help keep his shoulders healthy. So what we're going to do now is just kind of work some basic combinations. We're going to start off with 1, then we're going to go 1, 2, and we're just going to build up from there. Okay. So single strikes with 1, then a combination will go 1, 2. So Casey, when you will, and I'll do the numbers. Okay. So Greg's in his fighting stance. You just go half speed, get warmed up. Ready? 1. Notice how Greg's turning his body on each strike. Ready? 1. Outstanding. 1. Okay, listen up. Ready? 2. And 2. And 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, and 1, 2. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple progressions here. Greg, as soon as that hand touches that pad, okay, with your lead hand, as soon as you touch it, I want to act like it's hot, pull it off, and then throw your rear straight, which is 2, okay? We're going to work in a little bit of speed here. Here we go, okay? Ready? 1, 1, 2. Outstanding. Hand goes right back to the chin, rotate your body. Body moves first, hand goes second, full power. Here we go, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Outstanding. Good job. Okay, now we're going to have Greg add a little bit of speed. Okay, here we go. Ready? And hit it. Okay, hands go right back to your chin and move. Okay, so I'm holding the pad for Greg. He hits hard. Again, I support myself by holding my primary hand with my support hand, and I angle it as such. Okay, so now Greg, so slow motion. 1, 2. Okay, so it's good for straight shots, but the question may come up, okay, but what if you want to train hooks? Very, very easy. I still only need 1 pad. What I simply do is Greg will throw a 1, he throws a 2, and from right there, I simply turn the pad over and he throws his hook strike. Okay, we'll do it again. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. And folks may say, well, wait a minute, how about if he's real fast? Not a problem. Here we go. Ready? Go. Again. That's it. Again. And again. That's it. Now the other question comes up. Well, how about if you want to throw an overhand right, or maybe throw a right hook? Here we go. Same thing. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll go half speed, then we'll go full speed. That's it. Okay, once again, so we're holding the pads for Greg. We only got 1 pad, and again, we can use it for straights, 1, 2. We can use it for hooks, 3, 4, and we use it for uppercuts. So I really don't need 2 pads, okay? Just keep it real simple here, basic. Okay, for your trained fighters, your elite fighters, absolutely, you get a good pad holder, use 2 pads, do what you need to do to get ready for your fights. But for the purposes of training and conditioning in our box here, 1 pad will suffice. So here we go. Half speed, by the numbers, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to add the uppercuts, 5, 6. Right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.